And welcome back to our weekly real estate roundup. This episode, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to close out the 2023 year, give you a market overview, talk about the top 10 most notable sales, and also give you our bold predictions for 2024. I am Haenn with Burger Realty.
And I'm Pat Davish with OCNJHomes.com.
And we're going to dive right in. So first, we're going to give you an overview of the market. We're going to compare 2022 to 2023. And Pat, do you want to take this away?
Absolutely. I mean, it was a pretty strong market, although we didn't see as many sales as the year previously. We were actually down 16% from last year in number of units. 2022, we sold 766 units. This year, we only sold 643 units in Ocean City alone. And again, this is only looking at the residential units. We're keeping the commercial out of it, but that's the significant difference. That's really telling from the inventory this year. It was hard to come by some sales.
Hard to come by good properties. Like you said, it's just overall it was down. But the other side of that is the average sold price was up about a little over 7%. So in 2022 it was $1,104,000. In 2023 it increased to $1,191,000, so just below 1.2 million. And that's a pretty substantial increase. So even though we were seeing less units sold, the price per unit's going up.
Simple supply and demand.
Yes.
And then it slowed the market down a bit. I mean, because things were a little bit tighter, the days on market increased a little bit this year to increase to 12%, almost 13%, but it really was 47 days compared to 41 and 22. Things were moving a lot quicker. Everything was coming off the market. And now there was just slim pickings all year. So it was really difficult to get buyers exactly what they wanted. I've always told my clients that this is an island of compromise, and you felt it more than ever.
Yes.
In this year.
Well, that's a good point. If you can find a house that checked 6 out of 10 boxes, that's the house.
At the end of the day, you're usually going to have to give up something.
Either
the size of the home, the location, or your price point. Something's got to give to find exactly what you want and to be happy in Ocean City. Unfortunately, that's the way it is now with the prices where they've gone. But especially because the inventory, like I said, it's very tight. And at the end of the year, I mean, we're sitting at 229 active listings on the market as of today. Again, just looking at the residential, I mean, compared to the year end last year, there was 251.
So it's getting even tighter.
And it's only, until there's a major shift in inventory, there's not going to be much give.
No, there is not. No.
So another thing that we thought would be a great way to close out this year was to look at the most significant sales of 2023. We're going to go through the top 10 most expensive sales throughout the year. So we thought, you want to take it away?
Yeah, so we're going to start off this with 1417 Ocean, which is brand new construction right on the Boardwalk. It was 1 of 4 units. It was 6 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, and it sold for $3.8 million.
That was the first unit off the board.
That was the first unit. Yep.
And there's did they all sell, or is there still?
There's the 3 left. We're all settling in January 2024, and there'd be even bigger numbers than that. So,
number 9, it was 44 Arkansas, sold for $3,950,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 7-bath bayfront home. Gorgeous spot. Those bayfronts really spiked this year because of the lack of inventory there. Again, and it really shows on the price points that we're going to be hitting here.
Yes. Number 8 was 123642 Boardwalk, which was commercial, which actually, if everyone knows, that was the Henry space up in Warwick. That sold for $4,200,000. That was a combination of 3 commercial and 2 residential units.
Number 7 came in at 11 Caroline Lane, sold for $4,200,000. Again, this was another single-family home on the bay, a 5-bedroom, 6.5 bathroom, gorgeous home on a finger lagoon off Tennessee Avenue.
Number 6, 1913 Wesley Avenue. Again, new construction on the beach, a townhouse, nicely done. Sold for $4,250,000. It was a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath. At the time, that seemed a little high. Now that was probably a great buy.
Number 5, we have 318 East Atlantic Boulevard. This sold for $6 million. This is a gorgeous single-family home with 7 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms that sits right across the street from the Gardens Beaches. This actually sold off market. It was listed as when the sale was already done. And some, there's might be others out there off the market that we missed, but we're just working on what's on the MLS.
Yes. Coming in at number 4 was 26 Barbados, another house on the bay. This was a large lot on the bay, a lot of frontage, sold for $6,450,000. It was 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, and again had a lot of frontage on the bay.
Yep. Number 3, 801 Asbury Ave, the old Crown Bank building, multiple commercial units, as well as was it 2 extra parking lots that went with it, and that sold for $6,675,000, and that was actually went to an auction.
Went to an auction. They had multiple bids on it.
Yep.
And they've done a nice job with it so far.
Absolutely.
At number 2, we have another new construction, 4933 35 Central Avenue. It was a 50 by 100 right on the beach. The whole building sold for $7,250,000. It was 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, each floor, elevator, cabana rooms, the whole 10 yards.
And the most significant sale of 2023 was 1125 Ocean Avenue, the Tahiti Inn.
Tahiti Inn.
Sold for $12,500,000.
And I think that was just, a rare opportunity to get.
Very rare opportunity. It was also the hotel, but it was also 2 additional lots that went with that. That could have been subdivided or redeveloped. So it was a significant sale there.
It was a significant sale.
Because there was multiple things going on there. But, that wraps it up for the 2023 most significant sales. We thought there were some pretty interesting ones in there that people might find interesting and enjoy to see. To wrap up the year.
Like you said, we start with the highest grossing sales. What's great about Ocean City is there's something for everybody, from a studio apartment under $100,000 up to $12.5 million Tahiti Inn on the Boardwalk, and everywhere else in between. So we're going to go into our bold predictions for 2024. We haven't discussed this coming in, so I'd be curious to see what Pat said and what I've said. For me, I think we're going into, like we said, limited inventory. So the simple law of supply and demand, but also couple that with the interest rates are starting to fall. And I think we're going to have that perfect storm where we're coming into the spring and summer months. Beach becomes the forefront of mind, so the competition is going to increase. I don't think prices are going to jump dramatically. I just think they're going to hold, probably have that normal appreciation, but it's going to be a lot tougher to get that house because you're going to be competing with 10 other prospective buyers.
Yeah. That demand is still built up from the previous years because
with the interest rates.
With the interest rates plus the inventory hasn't been there. So my prediction for 2024 is kind of on par with what you had. I think it's going to be another tight year. I think it's going to be difficult for buyers, and especially if those rates do come down, that demand is going to come through, and there's going to be a lot of bidding wars on the certain listings that do come up. But I think we're going to have a very strong spring season coming in there. But at the same time, I think it's going to be tight. I won't be surprised if the number of units sold this year is lower than what we had in 2023.
I'd agree with that.
That's my prediction. I think there's going to be minimal, little less sales. I think the number is going to tick up a little bit just because of simple supply and demand, and there's just not more inventory. And I think the inventory might even squeeze a little tighter if it can.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a tight year. I think it's going to be difficult for some buyers, but like you said, it's going to be pretty competitive. But
it's going to be competitive. That's why it's good to work with 2 great realtors who know the market inside and out, work very hard for our clients to get them the best deal possible and at a great place.
Absolutely. So that wraps it up for our year in review here in our real estate roundup. We appreciate everybody that's followed, liked, subscribed, and follow along with us. We're really enjoying doing these videos. And we hope you continue to follow along in 2024.
Thank you very much. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm Haenn with Burger Realty.
Pat Davish with OCNJhomes.com.
Thank you very much.
Have a great year.